Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about the dumbest objection handler ever, and yet it is one of the most common objection handlers used by real estate agents today. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why you never want to say it again and a better way to do it. Hi there. My name is Kevin Ward. I'm the founder of Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training, helping you get more yeses and more successes in your business and in your life. And let's talk about the dumb answer that so many agents for dozens of years have used in answer to seller objections. All right, so let's just set up a context here. Will you cut your commission? And the answer is, So here is the problem, is that here's what I was taught to say to straightforward questions like, will you cut your commission? Will you reduce your commission? Will you give me a break on commission? And the answer is, this is what I was taught, is to say a big, fat no. No. Can you read? Can you listen? No, absolutely not. Never. I saw in a Facebook group the other day, and I did a video, which we'll post in the link below, a question about a buyer asking their buyer's agent, will you give me a rebate on the commission? How do you nicely tell them no? And out of nearly 1,000 answers, over 80% of the answers just said no in one way or another. No, 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 no. Now, why is that the dumbest answer ever? Stay with me here because this is really, really important you understand. It goes back to your childhood. Ever since you were a kid, no represented you being rejected and told that you can't have what you want. And so, as a child, every time you were told no, you can't have that. No, you can't do that. No, you can't go. No, you can't go over to your friend's house. No, you can't hang out with those people. No, you can't watch another TV show. No, you can't watch that show. No, you can't get on the computer. No, you can't play video games. And our entire life, we hated being told no. It represents the ultimate in rejection. And so because of that, it creates subconsciously in every single person, when you tell them no, it creates resistance. Of all the resistance triggers in the English language, no is the most dramatic, powerful resistance trigger there is. Now, why is that the case? Well, here's why it is the case. Number one, it creates resistance because it puts you in a position of opposition rather than collaboration with a seller. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, this probably the most common place I hear this objection used is when it comes to commission conversation. Will you do this for me? Will you cut your commission? Will you reduce your commission? Will you give me a rebate on my commission? That kind of stuff. And if you just say no, what you've done is you've now put their desire versus your desire, and it creates opposition rather than collaboration where we're on the same side. We're working together to get the result that they want. So it automatically puts you in an adversarial relationship with your prospect, with your lead, with your client, which is not what you want. You want them to say yes to you, right? How in the world can you expect them to say yes to you when you're saying no to them? It's just intuitive. The problem is we don't know how else to handle it. And so the easiest way to handle an objection when you're not willing to do something is, just like they said with the drug commercials, just say no. It's the easiest way to do it, and it works. And the reality is, yes, it works. It works in keeping you from having to reduce your commission. That's for sure. But it also stops the conversation, and in way too many cases, it ends the relationship. It ends the conversation. Okay? If you go on a date with somebody and they just say no, it shuts down the date. It shuts down the conversation because it shuts down the feeling of collaborating, of can we work together in this? Can we be on the same team, and are we working together? The second thing that it does is it puts your value, your interest over their interest. You see, their interest is they want to get the best deal. They're just it's all money. It's all the bottom line. They're just trying to say, how do we get the most money in our pocket? That's really what they're focused on. How do we get the most money in our pocket? And you're an expense to me. That's how they look at you. They look at you as an expense, and they go like, how can I lower my expenses? Well, I'm going to ask you if you'll do it for less. That's my interest as the seller. But your interest as an agent is, I don't want to give away my commission. So therefore, when I say no to their interest, to protect my interest, I now have put my interest in opposition to their interest. And the third thing that it does is from their perspective, okay, from their perspective, it takes away from them versus adding value to them. It's a takeaway of loss rather than a benefit of gain for them. You say, well, of course it is. It's a takeaway because I'm taking away their reduction of commission. No, that's the point, is when you do that, the perception is you're taking more from me rather than giving something to me. So what if we could switch the whole thing? What if we could switch the conversation and focus it back on what they want rather than what they don't want? And so here, my friend, is a better way of handling this. Will you cut your commission? By the way, I'm going to give you a free download today. If you do not have a copy of the Book of Yes scripts, if you do not have a copy of my book, the Book of Yes, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get a free download of the Will You Cut Your Commission Objection Handler. That is the ultimate way to handle this. It takes all this, the principles I'm teaching you right now, and it not only tells you what to say, but this video tells you why it's a powerful way to say it. Just go to yesmasters.com/object. yesmasters.com/object. And you'll get a free download. You can get a free download of the Will You Cut Your Commission Objection Handler that is guaranteed to get you a yes rather than get a no when you deal with it. So here you go. Here is the better way and why it works. Okay, now just to give you kind of a general idea of what the script says, is that is a great question. I appreciate you asking. Now, I don't do that. Can I explain why? And then it goes in the objection handler. I'm not going to teach you the objection handler here. I'm going to explain to you why no is the wrong objection handler. And then when you download the free objection handler, you'll understand, that makes sense. All right, so here we go. Here's why there is a better way. So here is a better way. Number one is the better way is to acknowledge their desire. Hey, that's a great question. I appreciate you asking. I'm acknowledging, hey, that makes total sense. Okay, number two is you answer their question or concern. I answer it in a way that doesn't create the opposition. You still want to answer it. You're not denying the question. You're not dodging the question. You're saying, you know what, that is a great question. I appreciate you asking. And then you actually answer the question. I don't do that. Can I explain why? So I now answer their question or concern like I don't do that. Now, depending on what the objection is, sometimes people ask a question that reflects a misunderstanding of how real estate works or how it actually goes. And a way you can answer is, you know what, that is a great question. I appreciate you asking. In fact, I have a lot of people ask that question. It just doesn't work that way. Can I explain why? So I'm basically acknowledging their answer and answering their question and concern. And then I am adjusting their focus back to what they really want. And here is the magic. Okay, the magic is redirecting them from focusing on my commission to focusing on what they want. Now, what do they want? Well, they want the best results. That's what they want. They want to sell their house. They want the most money for their house, and both in the sales price, but the most important thing is they want the most money in their pocket. How can I help them get the most money in their pocket? And that is the redirect, is we now adjust their focus off my commission back onto their net, which is what they really want. And the bottom line is I can help you get your home sold for more money and net you more money in your pocket than other agents, simply because I know how to do that with my 10-day selling system. Now, let me just kind of give you some framework here. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're like, I don't know how to do that, how can I actually add value and help them get more money in their pocket? That's what I do in my coaching. That's what I do in my training. You can join me at agentmasterylive.com. Go to Agent Mastery Live for a 3-day event where I'm going to train you on all of this, exactly how to handle the framework of how do you handle every objection and get people to say yes to you, and how do you sell their house for more money so you can actually make this kind of a promise that I actually get you a better result than other agents can get you. Period. End of story. And what we've done with that is we've actually redirected their focus from my commission to what they really want. And it's not a trick. It's not BS. This is not a bait and switch. It's an actual value add to them, but it's focusing them on the ultimate result, which is getting a better result in the sale of their home and more money in their pocket without cutting my commission. Now, the reason you don't want to cut your commission is because you add more value, you earn it. That you got to learn how to do. But the key is, it starts with this belief and understanding that I don't want to just take the easy way out. And this is the easy way out, my friend. The easy way out is to say, no. Any other questions? They go, nope, I have no other questions. And this has happened to me. I'm like, nope, any other questions? And their answer is, nope, no other questions. We'll let you know. End of conversation. End of the date right there. It just ended I've had it in listing presentations. I've had it in prospecting calls. I've had it in relationships because I was just like, nope. And I'm like, wait a second, there has got to be a better way. And if you want a copy of the better way, all you got to do is go to yesmasters.com/object. Yesmasters.com/object. Get your free download of the Will You Cut Your Commission Objection Handler that will guarantee to get you better results and help you move that conversation forward to getting a yes rather than getting a no in response. And if you want the whole package, if you want to learn how to master objection handling, how to get listings, how to sell every listing for top dollar like you've never imagined before, join me at Agent Mastery Live Virtual Edition. Go to agentmasterylive.com for all the details. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and post your comments. What are your thoughts on this? What have you done? What's worked for you? What's not worked for you? And if this makes sense, I want to know. And if it doesn't make sense, I also want to know that in the comments. Thanks a lot. I'll see you on the next video.